Fellas, be prepared, because if you watch a movie called Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, I'm probably you are going to be all shocked and really grossed out. Michael Bay have our freaking audacity to put a scene when two dogs do some doggy style.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Really, Michael Bay? You have got to be stitching me right now. I'm here for watching Transformers movie, not a animal appeal video that is so animal appeals. Michael Bay, you sick little pieces of crap. Hello fellas, what the sitch? My name is Nick Kick Studio Lounge Chill. So first we do a movie review on Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for my very first purpose start for Paramount month. Now let's go to the complete opposite. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuttering, but honestly I don't give a sitch. Anyway, so today I'm about to do a movie rant to one of the worst Transformers movie I have ever referenced in my entire life, period, which is none other than Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Let's get to it. Anyway guys, so let me tell you my thought on the Transformers movie that came out of 18 years ago. I'm not a huge fan of the first Transformers movie because I'm a huge fan of Transformers, but Transformers in 2007, the movie that came out 18 years ago, I'm just not a huge fan of this movie. But I was like, you know what? Let's hope Transformers 2 will be a lot better than the one that we got in 2007. And we was not ready for the craft storm, which is none other than Revenge of the Fallen. And what do I think about this movie after 16 years later? Oh god, this film is absolutely horrendous. This is hands down one of the worst Transformers movie I have ever seen in my life, because I'd rather watch Transformers 1 for 1 hour and 44 minutes for a minute more than watching a minute of Revenge of the Fallen. Because Transformers 1, it was fun and entertaining popcorn movie, and you can watch it for your whole family and your whole cousin, Matthew, and etc. But Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, this movie made Transformers fan base look embarrassing. That's how bad this film is, and not just me hate this film. Even the Rotten Tomato hate this film. They give this film a 19% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and they give this film a 57% for the audience. That is so horrendous. And even worse, IMDb give this horrendous film a 6.0 out of 10. And saying that Disney Snow White is way worse than Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is beyond me. Why? It's because if you compare to Disney Snow White IMDb rating into Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, I cannot believe why in the War and of Neptune that IMDb said that Disney live action remake is way worse than the worst Transformers movie. Even those two films have nothing in common. But hey, honestly, I was just saying, because sometimes IMDb got some real taste in movie, and I don't want to know what kind of stupid rating they give that cutie film. And that film is off of my misery. And even worse, even this film got a Razzie Award. Okay. It's bad enough that this film got a 19%. Yeah, it's 19%. So it's bad enough that it's bad enough that the fact that film got 19%, and this film got 6.0 out of 10. What's worse than that? What's worse can it be? Well, they got nominated including was picture, was director, was screenplay, and that's all. And of course, was supporting actress, was screen combo, and last not least, was prequel, remake, ripoff, and the film win for 3 categories, which is was picture, was director, and was screenplay. And did it deserve it? Absolutely. Well, even I want all the category to win. Well, not for worst supporting actress, because Megan Fox, she was not bad in that film. And don't worry, I didn't say the F word. I'd say F-O-X, not the F-U word. So you already know what they could drop. Anyway, but bad news is, this film was a box office hit. Oh, heck no. Are you telling me that this film made more money than the first movie? That's beyond me. And that makes me sick in my stomach. So let me read this box office, because I do my way better researching more than Alec. Alec, go fuck yourself. Anyway, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was a box office hit. Boo. Depends on negative review. It grows $836.5 million worldwide. And the budget was $210 million. So it was in the middle, like $200 million for a budget, while domestically earning were high for $402 million. And the film grows excess in China. So all that negative review, all that Razzie nomination, and all that 3 category, which is worst picture, worst director, and worst screenplay, but yet this film was a box office hit. Yeah. There's something wrong with the box office nowadays. And sometimes box office can be such a knucklehead sometimes. And some stupid at the same time. The same way as they bombed Disney Wish. Well, they didn't bomb because it flopped. So, difference between what flop and bomb. I don't know. Anyway, and even Michael Bay think this film is trash. Well, this is your fault, man. This is your fault that you direct this film. This is your fault that you hire, what's that guy's name? Oh yeah, Aaron Coogler. I used to hate Aaron Coogler, but not until he wrote the script for a movie called Top Gun Maverick, and that is the only film he got that film right. That is the only thing that he got that film right, because after I heard that Aaron Coogler was going to wrote Top Gun 2, I thought Top Gun 2 was going to be a worthless piece of crap. But after I watched the movie, I cannot believe how good that film is. And Aaron Coogler, you deserve a thumbs up. For this film, it deserves like a fist. Yeah, not middle finger, it's a fist, because I don't do middle finger in this lounge. So do I have any positive about this film? Absolutely, yes I do, but I have a little bit. At least the original voice of Optimus Prime is still there, honestly. And Optimus Prime is the only character they did not screw up. And even Tony Todd did a okay job as Fallen. Even is not as good as him as William, but him as a Fallen, I didn't like the characters, but his voice really do suit him. Suit him, not suit him. That's it. And that's how my positive end. The negative, let's get to it. There are absolutely no excuse that you made this film as awful and possible. You know what I said, if it's impossible possible, yeah, this film was absolutely god-awful, and I did not enjoy it to start to finish. Well, even I think Dragon Ball Revolution is the worst movie of 2009, but my god, this film is in the second worst, because this film is absolutely atrocity. And saying that the original Transformers movie that came out in the 80s and the 90s, seeing Alex said that, that Transformers the movie is what it was in Revenge of the Fallen, ate extinction in the last night. Trump and the girlfriend has one, get the frick out of my face, because you already know that Revenge of the Fallen will always be the worst Transformers movie, not the original Transformers movie. Because if you hate the original Transformers movie, it can show that you're a fake Transformers fan and you will never be a fan of Transformers just because you're a huge defender of Transformers 1. That doesn't mean you have to trash all these Transformers films. It's getting on people's nerves, you knucklehead wool pieces of crap. Anyway, so yeah. I just cannot believe why Alex said that the original Transformers movie is what it was in Revenge of the Fallen. I should stop talking about Alex, but hey, he's not doing it. I'm not gonna stop doing it, because you need to leave me alone and come here swag. I'm trying to move on from him, and all of a sudden he keep popping out of nowhere. And you know what? Let's get back to this film. Yeah, I'm gonna be saving that tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so hold on a minute, guys. My mom just texted me. So hold on a minute, guys. Sorry, fellas. It was just my mom texting because I was important, way more important than talk about this piece of crap. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, this film was absolutely awful. Like the story. This has got to be one of the worst story I ever heard for a Transformers movie. Because who in the right mind want to see a Transformers movie when you have some jokes? Yeah, this film was like a comedy film. You know what, scratch that? This film was not an action sci-fi movie. This film was like a freaking comedy film. Like, honestly, there was the one scene in the film when two dogs do some doggy style. Like, you have got to be stitching me right now. I'm here for watching Transformers movie, not a doggy style video. That is so disgusting, and that's absolutely animal abuse. Dumb egg. Anyway, and of course, you got a one scene in the film when you see a close up. Oh my god. I cannot believe why they closed up of the men's butt. Oh my god. Ugh, yeah, that's disgusting. Why this film is disgusting. And of course, you got the Transformers Autobots have a notice bar on the bottom. This film is all grossed out humor that we did not respect up for a Michael Bay movie. But this one, this film is a death of comedy. And of course, the characters, I did not like every single character in this film. Even Optimus Prime, honestly, that's the only character I like in the entire movie. And I'll get to death scene in a minute. But all the character in this film is absolutely atrocity. Like Sam, performed by Shia LaBeouf, he was really awful in this film. Especially, there was a one scene in the film, he was yelling the name Optimus. He said like this, Optimus, Optimus, Optimus. Yeah, I kind of sound like Dr. Dragon when I'm yelling. But really, Sam, I do not want to hear you yelling called Optimus. And yeah, sure, you was panicking, and everyone is panicked. But that doesn't mean you have to yell Optimus, like Optimus, Optimus, stop it, it's annoying. And of course, you got the character performed by Megan Fox. I like her in the first movie, but in the sequel, she is just a stereotype. Yeah, she is just a stereotype. Honestly, she have no business to be in this film. All she in this film is about being attractive. Really? Just give her character development, Michael Bay. It can show that sometimes Michael Bay can be a stalker sometimes. Because, you know why? It's because of this chick right here. And no offense, honestly, I love Megan Fox. Megan Fox, she's a very beauty actress, but not as beauty as much as Florence Pugh and the actress of Kim Possible. But sometimes Michael Bay can be a really pervert to Megan Fox. But look at all of his movie that had Megan Fox written all over it. Yeah, this is just as bad as the movie starring Bruce Willis, and that's the fact. Anyway, The Fallen. Even I like Tony Todd voice because I do not want to trash on Tony Todd because Tony Todd, he sadly passed away last year and he may rest in peace. And that's why I'm still supporting that Final Destination Bloodline. But even that film is not going to be a masterpiece. Because of what people said, because people said it's the best Final Destination movie. Man, even better than the first movie. Man, I gotta check it out. Anyway, even Tony Todd did a okay job as Fallen, but his character in the movie, oh my god, that has got to be one of the worst Transformers villain I have ever seen in the franchise. Like, Megatron and Sensitive Prime from Transformers 1 is a lot better threatening villain more than seeing the Fallen as a villain. Like, even Tony Todd did an okay job as Fallen because honestly, I do prefer him as Dark Stadius and of course William from Final Destination franchise. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I did not like Fallen in this film. Fallen was a dreadful villain. He was really awful. And his voice is awesome, but his character is completely dreadful. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Character dreadful. Let's move on. Anyway, and of course you got Shia LaBeouf's parents. Why do we need them in the film? Like, seriously? The main reason why they're in that film... The main reason why they're in that film in the first place It's because of the ultimate. I'm here for watching Transformers movie, not about the parenting or ultimate. And guys, I always put up with parents ultimate over important stuff. As long you're not as long you're not ordering some stupid idiotic stuff. Because Shia LaBeouf's parent, there was fighting over a food. I do not want to see that for a Transformers movie. That's stupid. Anyway, in the action scene, oh my lord, this has got to be one of the worst action scene I ever seen for a Michael Bay movie, and one of the worst action scene I ever seen in the franchise. Like, every single action scene in Transformers 1 is a lot better and a lot more funner than seeing a minute of the action scene. And honestly, you already know what this action scene is? Whoa, it's all about explosion, shaky cam. Stop shaking the freaking camera. I really want to see a normal action movie with no shaky cam at all. Like, go watch Mission Impossible movie, and go watch the James Bond movie, and go watch the John Wick movie. Even the John Wick movie don't have any shaky cam nonsense. And yeah, sure, you got some of the shaky cam, but not as bad as much as Transformers movie, because all these Transformers movie, they always do shaking cam. Like, enough with the shaky cam. It's getting on my nerve. It's making me a headache, and I'm sorry. And honestly, and just like Kingpin said, I will not tolerate. And here's the worst scene in the film. Not just we have a doggy style. Not just there was a scene when that one professor guy, that one guy have to zoom the camera on his butt. Oh my god, this was a Batman weapon. But there was a one scene in the film. There was one scene in the film. I swear to God, there was one scene in the film. I was almost gonna stop watching this movie. Which other than they kill off Optimus Prime. What in a sitch? How dare you, Michael Bay? How freaking dare you that you kill off one of the most important characters in the Transformers movie, next to EO1, Bumblebee, and of course Megatron, which is the other Autobot. I don't know. Yeah, how freaking dare you that you kill off one of the most important character that make you fan go see the movie. We was here for a climax between what Optimus Prime and Egypt. But all we get is shaking the freaking camera, which is the same name, and of course, explosion. Enough making explosion already. Explosion, getting on my nerve in every single action movie by Michael Bay. And you better freaking not do it as the same way as Skibidi Toilet. And you better cancel the Skibidi Toilet because nobody wants to see that old piece of crap. Yeah. I was very mad that the fact that they kill off one of my favorite characters in the Michael Bay Transformers movie, because that's the only character I care about this franchise, the same with Bumblebee and maybe Megatron, but not as a better, because even I like Megatron in the 2007, but my favorite version of Megatron, like, come on, it's the one for Transformers 1, which is my favorite villain for last year, it will always be. So, yeah, that's why he got a reward. So, hope you're happy. Megatron, yeah. Yeah, you know, get that right? Yeah, you got that right. Anyway, yeah, that was the one scene in the film that made me angry, and that made me hate this film so much. Because how freaking dare you that you kill off one of the most important character in the movie. Yeah, way to go, Michael Bay. Way to go. JK. Anyway, in the ending, I did not like the ending. And yeah, sure, you got the ending when Optimus Prime got up slowly and go dun 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 dun. Yeah, that one scene in the film. Yeah, that's the one scene I like in the entire movie. But overall, this film is a huge butt cheek. There's a huge butt crack, and this film just literally fought over it. Honestly, I already know that sounds disgusting, but I don't give a sitch. Yeah, this film is absolutely it's absolutely atrocity, it's absolutely horrendous, and I do not want to see another Transformers movie to be as bad as this one. And guys, just don't even bother to watch Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Hey guys, you deserve to watch a better Transformers movie. Honestly guys, you want to see a way better Transformers movie? Well, go watch this movie. Transformers 1 is way better than Revenge of the Fallen. That has a way better story, way better character, way better visual, and of course, way better animation. And go watch Transformers 1, and go watch Transformers 2007, and go watch Bumblebee starring Harry Steinfeld and John Cena. Yeah, that film is way better than Transformers Revenge of the Poopy. Yeah, I'm gonna give this trash, like Revenge of the Trash, a 1 out of 10. This is the very first Transformers movie that got a 1 out of 10. What a pathetic. This is the worst movie, doggone it. Yeah, I'm gonna give this film a seal of Nick Cage Studio Lounge garbage. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about this film on Brutal Fan episodes of his buddies. Yeah, F this movie and Michael Bay do better. So fellas, yeah, that was my movie rant on Transformers Revenge of the Trashiness. So tell me about your opinion on this freaking movie on the comment section below. I'm very sorry that one part I was texting my mom because it was very important. It was very important. So I hope you skipped that part. But if it's not, might edit it. But spoiler, I'm not gonna edit it out because honestly, that would be too much work for me, and I'm just hurrying this video up because I'm gonna watch War of the Heroes. It's gonna be right behind this piece of crap. And of course, I gotta do a drawing request by Magic. So Magic, don't worry, your drawing request is coming up after this. So you got, honestly, I can't forget to mention that there was a one character, there was a one Autobot voiced by the same actor, that he was the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants and the narrator from the Powerpuff Girls, and of course the Ice King. Keen Eyes from Adventure Time. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom Kenny, but this has got to be one of the worst performances that you ever done in this film. Like, there are way better Tom Kenny performers than than this war piece of crap. Like, SpongeBob SquarePants is a much better Tom Kenny performance than seeing him as an Autobot and Revenge of the Trash. And you know what? At this film, I'm done. Anyway, guys, so again, that was my movie rant on Revenge of the Fallen. I just hate this film so much. So, what other bad Transformers movie I gotta do a rant on? So, let me see here. What other Transformers movie? Not the one they got. Oh, heck no. Wait a minute. Is this the one movie that have Dr. Dragon actor in the film? Oh, no.
No, what would you put in the Transformers movie?
Oh god, I cannot believe why the actor of... You know what? I will get to that in the future. Oh my god. This film is even worse than Revenge of the Fallen. Well, even I think Revenge of the Fallen is way worse. But Age of Extinction, oh my god, it is 10 times worse. So yeah, stay tuned for my another movie rant on Transformers Age of Extinction. Oh my god. That film was a board fest. That has got to be one of the most boringest Transformers movie ever, and I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow or next week. I don't know. I don't give a stitch. Anyway, guys, so this is Nick Cage Studio Lounge signing off, and Michael Bay, do me a favor. If you make another movie, please, for the living God, do not make another scene when you have a two dog doing doggy style. Like, it's your movie, not a freaking dog video that you're watching on the dark web. What the sitch?